Thanks for watching the Council in Brief. I'm Susan Kennedy. We're here with the latest news of the Montgomery County Council for this third week in June. We begin with the Council's latest appointments to the Montgomery County Planning Board. Members serve 4-year terms and are limited to 2 terms. The positions currently filled by Norman Dreyfus and Joseph Alfondre will expire this month. Mr. Alfondre chose not to seek reappointment due to obligations related to his job. When the votes were cast, Mr. Dreyfus was reappointed for another 4 years, and Casey Anderson won the support of 7 council members. We spoke to him about his goals for his upcoming term.
I think that we need to figure out how we're going to do over the next 50 years what we need to make our county continue to be even more livable and appealing, to attract more residents and businesses, but to do it in a way that's different than the way we've done it in the last 50 years. So that's the challenge, to figure out how to redevelop some of our older areas that could use some help, to also maintain some of the things that are working, some of the wonderful residential neighborhoods in particular, and also how to grow in places like White Flint, to do some things that I think are going to be really exciting.
In other news, committee approval of a bill that would prevent county workers from seeking donations on county time. The GO committee voted 2-1 in favor of the measure. County firefighters say the bill would eliminate their annual fundraiser for muscular dystrophy. Councilmember Phil Andrews sponsors the measure, and he says it's all about safety.
Our county employees are our responsibility to protect, and it's important that county employees are not engaging in dangerous behavior. And when county employees or anybody else goes in the roadway to solicit funds, not only they're breaking state law when they go into the roadway itself, but it's dangerous behavior. It's dangerous for them, and it's at least a distraction, if not a hazard, for drivers as well. So what we can do as a county is to ensure that our own employees are acting in a safe way.
The Council's Government Operations and Fiscal Policy Committee has received an update on policies for providing access to services to residents with limited English proficiency. Committee Chair Nancy Navarro has worked to increase outreach to this segment of the population by arranging for translation and interpretation support for folks who interact with the Council. She told us how different agencies are serving these county residents.
The Montgomery County Public Schools has the most robust program. When I was on the board, we created a translation unit. And so the goal now is to find a way, and this is something I want to pursue, to develop a memorandum of understanding to have Montgomery County Public Schools provide some of that capacity also to other agencies, because resources are very, very limited, and we have a model. I mean, they've received awards nationally.
An $18 million funding surplus in school employee health costs that has just been revealed has raised the eyebrows of several county council members. Council President Valerie Irvin claims the board did not disclose the savings, which could have affected the budget process this year. And in Saturday's Washington Post, editors agreed, citing despite alarmist rhetoric about the threat to instruction, it turns out that school officials are not worried primarily about children. They're more concerned with sustaining a benefit under which most teachers pick up just 5% of their health care costs. And to the naked eye, it appears the schools were using their insurance claims budget as sort of a slush fund. Council President Valerie Irvin says this latest maneuver by the schools has only increased tension between these two bodies.
Relationships and politics are what they are, but I think this incident of finding $18 million really was over the top. We rely on all our agencies and departments to have transparency in their dealings with the council, and this was caught us off guard. It was not something that was reported on the monthly financial reports. To their own admission, it was something that they chose not to report to the council. So they waited until after we all voted unanimously to pass a budget, and then voila, this $18 million shows up. I think that the level of disappointment at the council is so deep right now that even though we're going to do our best to work with the school board, we feel like not only were we duped, but the county taxpayers were as well.
Well, that does it for this edition of the Council in Brief. For County Cable Montgomery, I'm Susan Kennedy. Thanks for tuning in.